experience of the weekend itself is that the content that was discussed and the philosophy that was being espoused matched up with my internal value system, and it matched up with who I wanted to be as a man, and it matched up with my life experience. It matched up with what I believed, life was about, especially what life was about for a man. So I didn't have any issues per se with the weekend itself. I had a lot of issues with the participants of the weekend more than the weekend content. I didn't have any issues at all with the weekend content. What I had issues with were the men in the room at the weekend and the things that they were saying. Now, given that, I'm espousing this philosophy of men talking about things that are important to men, the way that men talk about things that are important, I see that there's quite a contradiction in who I was in 1996 and who I am today.
In other words, so I'm guessing, I guess say more about that.
Well, today I listen from a very different,
more sympathetic.
Not sympathetic, but I have a more tuned ear and a broader perspective and a deeper understanding of what men are up against and why, and more importantly, why men, espouse certain things that I may think are just total bullshit, that I don't believe in, that I think it's just really not accurate, not factual. They're kind of like make-believe stuff. But what I believe in, and one of the abilities that I think I honed at the Sterling Men's Weekend, was my ability to cut through the bullshit and hear what the man's really saying. So not get caught up in his words, but actually look deeper underneath his words to see what he's really trying to communicate through his gestures, through the look in his face, through his posture. Men, like I said, men communicate important things without ever saying a word, if you're paying attention. And everybody always is. We just pretend that we don't. It's so ridiculous to me that women think they do, for a woman to say, well, I just don't understand him, I think is a total bullshit, irresponsible statement. Of course they understand men. They understand us better than we understand ourselves. They just don't want us to think they do. Because if that was true, somebody would have to be taking responsibility for some of the choices they were making with some of the men they were making them with. But as long as they can pretend that they don't understand men, well, then they can be as irresponsible as they want.